one end. It's hard to see. And then shut on the other end. Open. There you go. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of ashes in here. Ashes from the customer. I'm just gonna scoop it. Into there. Kind of give it a roll. See the ashes in there. And then I'm just going to dump out the excess. I just want it to have a nice coating. Otherwise, if you leave too much in there, it's a perfect amount. It'll get all bubbly. It like pushes out the carbon and stuff. So rainbow. Do red. Can you see that? You can. Red. And these are going to be tiny, so I just want a little bit of each color. Orange, yellow, green, you can see the colors are stacking in there. We got blue and purple. So I've got the rainbow in there and the ashes. I'm just going to melt these down and swirl it up and shove all the air out pretty much. If you put too much ash in there, like I said before, it gets really bubbly. So you want enough where you can see the ash in the final piece, but not so much where it wants to shove itself outside the glass, basically. And it's interesting, cremains or ashes are like the only thing that I've encased in glass that hasn't later cracked. So like people want sand or rocks or like real opals, things like that. They'll all crack later. You can't just put anything in glass. But for some reason, ashes work. Alright, I've got a nice blob of everything all swirled together. And get a little pull. Get more of a teardrop shape going. Good pull. And I'm going to cut the handle off that I just attached. And round out the bottom. And I'm liking the shape so far. That's really good. So the glowing center has ashes and then all the colors of the rainbow. And then I want to punchy it up on the bottom, so just like a really light transfer. So any vibration later will knock this free. I want to get it centered because I'm going to be putting the loop on the other end. So I want it nice and centered. Alright. Fold it out a little more. We have a teardrop. So I'm going to throw this in my annealer or my kiln. It's this black box right here. It's sitting at 1100 degrees. Once it's not glowing hot anymore. Pop it in here. And then that'll stay hot while I make the little loop for the top of the pendant. Right here, I have a little graphite rod. It's just like this. I taped it down to the table for making these because I make so many. I got sick of like putting it under things, so I taped it right there. And that's how I'm going to make a loop. So I'll do that real quick. I make really tiny loops, really giant loops. She wanted like a medium loop. Some people like those giant loops because they make hemp necklaces, you know. So I'm just gonna get a section of this clear hot, perfectly even too, even heat. And then I'm gonna pull it over that graphite rod, or like wrap it around it. So I got a nice gather, pull it apart. She wants some meat. So there's the start of it. Punch it right there. And then I can clean up the bottom part. I want to peel all that shit on the bottom off. And then I'll round out the loop again. So there's a million ways to make these loops. Most people make them just like right off of the pendant. They'll like dab a blob and then just pull it over to the back. That's usually how people make the pendant loop. Trying to get even on all sides. That's pretty fucking close. I like it. I'm going to pull that teardrop memorial back out of the annealer and then I'll attach the two. So we've got that. It was sitting in there at 1100 degrees, and I'm just going to put these together. So I want them both really hot, but not where, to the point where I lose my shape of a loop. And then hopefully, hey, that was really good. I don't know if I've ever just had it fall off in the air, but I'm glad it was the right size. Alright. There it is. I'm going to let it heat up in the annealer again before I take off that bottom part. But that turned out freaking awesome. So that's how I make my memorial teardrop pendants. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, turn on the notification bell. I'll see you soon.